So the way that Another Chance came together was I was talking to Katie, and we were just like talking about like all the original songs that I'd be writing, and I realized I only had her sing songs that like with me, but I never given her own. She's never had her own, so I'm like, I will write you one. She was like, okay. I came across this instrumental in like the little bin of instrumentals I just had sitting around, and I really like this R&B piano beat. I love piano and I love R&B, so it was perfect. So I kind of started playing with lyrics in my head. Usually end up writing lyrics while I'm at work, and then I just like jot them down. But I started writing the lyrics to this, and while I was writing it, I was like, this kind of reminds me of another song I wrote, which was called Flashback, which will probably never be released unless I just release the demo. And that story basically was like two people, grew up together, low-key loved each other, but, never actually got together. But one small argument made one person go away, and I mean like permanently, and like the other person wishing they could go back in time to stop them from being the ones to leave, which ultimately ends up getting them hurt, but wishes they could swap places with that person so that they would be the one to get taken instead of the other. So basically I want to expand on that, make it a little bit darker in a sense without actually putting detail, because like with both these songs you won't actually know what the story is about unless you like really pay attention to the details or you get the explanation like what I'm doing now. But with this one, it's more like two people are together for a long time, but the other person, one person, starts kind of acting strange, and the other person starts thinking they might be cheating on me or they're planning to leave me or something. Maybe they're out of love with me, blah, blah, blah. And so instead of waiting around until that person decides to actually up and leave and like get hurt, they decided they were going to isolate themselves from said person on their own. And it started hurting the other person. And then once that person ultimately passes, it's more like you find out that they were just suffering from a disease and they just didn't know how to tell their lover. It's a very dark story. That other person is just wishing they could have another chance to like be with that person, because now they understand like why they were acting the way they were acting. And so with this song, I wanted to like play around with the mixing. So during like the post-chorus and the rap, it's more like an echoey sound. So it's like the person praying to the stars or whatever. And then, you have the pre-chorus part, which is kind of quick and fast. It's just like thoughts that go through people's brains really quickly, So you have that as well. And just a little, it's sad, but it's very beautiful. And it's a very long song. But you know what? I absolutely love it, so I'm not mad.
One more chance, that is all I ask for.